And in this one we're on page 69 and we are doing Warrior 1. I've got Paul going background, oh matron. I've got I've lost that, page 69, Warrior 1, which is Virabhadrasana 1. Okay, so what I will add is this is actually one that I don't teach that often, purely because the kind of clients that we have at the studio, we tend to have a bit of arthritis, ankle issues, so I tend to prefer a bit more of a high lunge. But that is just my opinion, I just thought I'd share that. So Warrior 1, the back foot. If you think of, so when I'm on my mat, I always think that foot is lining up with the front corner of the mat, about 45 degrees into the back one, and then your front leg is pointing to the front of the mat. So with your Warrior 1, your hips need to be pointing forward, okay, in the direction of your front leg. That is already putting a massive stretch on my calves, which is a good thing, but for some people, this, that might be too much into that joint. So it's going to depend on that person as well in their foot flexibility. So try and soften through your toes a little bit so you're not gripping onto the mat with your feet. And then how low you go is going to depend on the flexibility of the rear leg. So maybe I could go back a little bit more, into that position. So as I wobbled, you're going to get clients that wobble like that. So what you could do, so I'm going to do this from face on. So you can see my feet are quite close together in that aspect. What you can do is widen the feet a little bit. What will happen then just makes the balance a little bit easier. But what I will say is if you make everything too comfortable for clients, they're never going to get better at doing it. So I tend to try and keep people in a closer stance so that it doesn't matter if they wobble because the muscles are still working and they will get better with it. So, but if you see someone's falling over the whole time, then you can do that. Or offer them a chair or a wall or something, okay? So Warrior 1. I'm going to do what I call the Instagram pose, where they like right into their lower backs. So again, we want to just protect that area. So just think of tucking the tailbone under a little, and you're going to get a much deeper stretch into the hip flexors, okay? So the aim is not necessarily to go down all the way. We want to be a bit more safer in our yoga or any kind of exercise that we do. So tuck the tailbone under, and then we're going to lift the arms. So when we lift the arms, lots of things you can do. I do it sometimes with the hands out to the side. Again, that will help with people's balance. You can take it to there. You can turn your pinky fingers in and then take it back, which helps this area over here. And then from there, so whatever arm position, maybe you want to have goddess arms, you want to take it down to there. You can get people to sink down a little bit deeper into the front leg. So, in an ideal world, we want that knee above the ankle. Some people might be a little bit there, or a little bit there, okay? Providing people are not coming off of the hill, we want that anchor down through the heel. So that's where your center of gravity is, down through that front heel. Toes are soft again. So if you think of your feet as a tripod, you've got 1, 2, 3 points. So that's where you want to anchor down through there. So we're trying to get people to loosen their toes a little bit. Now, in any of the Warrior 1 and 2s, or lunging or anything, what you want to watch is that kind of thing's not happening, okay? We want to make sure that the knee is going in line with the middle toes. Now, not everybody's bone structure is in a straight line like that. So if you've got a ballet dancer, their natural stance is going to be like that. If you watch any ballet dancer, this is how they tend to stand. So for them, they might be in a slight turn up, providing the knee is tracking in the same direction as the toes, they're okay. Some people might be slightly turned in, providing the knee is in the same direction as the toes. So it's that you're trying to watch. You can see my knees completely far away from the toes. Okay? So we want to be there. So I might say to people, right, we're in a Warrior 1, now just stop, look at your knee, check your toes, are they in alignment with each other? Okay? Or send your legs slightly to the person on your left hand side, because that can help with the feedback, with the proprioceptors. So that can help with that one. So your warrior one. Okay. Nice strong leg workout, good hip flexor stretching and calf stretching, especially for ladies that wear high heels, really good stretch on the calves. So that is your warrior one and page 69. Bye.